Hi everybody, this is the Planet Earth here. I wanted to talk to you about the human race and where we stand. So please bear with me as this could be a very long video, but I want to get it out of my system and share it with you guys here on youtube.com. We as a human species tend to be violent, and we have violent tendencies. Everybody has violent tendencies somewhere down the line. Every human has violent tendencies. Now, does it come from our past? Yes, it does. It comes from our upbringing. It doesn't come with, maybe it didn't come with today, but it's been there for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. But what I'm trying to get at is, it's okay, yeah, we know that we're a violent species. Okay, we know this. What if we weren't? What if we weren't a violent species? What if we were good, calm, smart, collected? What kind of universe, what kind of Earth would we have? We would have a clean ecosystem. We would have exceptionally clean ecosystem. Everything would go our way in terms of accomplishments. Now, I try to think outside the box when I can, so please bear with me. The human race would be so much better off if we were not a violent species. If we could somehow gene a code where we couldn't be a violent species. You know what I mean? Like, we could somehow gene future generations to not be with violent tendencies. We could change the world for better. We could advance in every aspect. We biologically, chemically, we could advance technologically, obviously. We would be extremely smart. All of us would be extremely smart, coming up with new ideas. We would be able to escape planet Earth and make a new Earth, or land on a new Earth without problems. We would be able to possibly figure out how to travel at the speed of light and go to other planets and or galaxies in blinks of eyes, and be able to create those time warps or whatever. The only way that we could do it is if we were not a violent species, if we were not racist, if we were not anything to do this. You could only imagine the things that we could accomplish if we weren't a violent species. Guys, listen to me. We do have anxiety. We do have heart conditions. We do have cancer. We do have all these medical problems. But even, okay, leukemia, you have all the diseases in the world, right? Assuming that we weren't a violent species, we have these diseases, plagues, that have been since the beginning of man. If we didn't have that, and we had very strong immune systems, and we had no violent tendencies, we would all come together and we would create the most impressive technology that man has ever created. The women would be extremely superior, intelligent, and smart. The men would be superior, intelligent, and smart. Everybody would work together, procreate together, and create the most advanced technological aspects of anything that you've ever seen. Artificial hearts turning into real hearts. Being able to make somebody live for 2, 3, 4, 500 years. Could you imagine if we could do that? The possibilities are endless, but we have to stop being a violent race. If we were not racist, I would say we would probably be 40 years advanced as of this video. Even though it's say 2015, we would be already going to different planets, different universes. You don't have to worry about walking down the street and having somebody come up with a knife and attacking you or stealing from you. Or if you didn't have to worry about that, you would be able to live an extremely long life. The cures for cancer would be there already. We're already kind of figuring the cancer thing out. Thank God for scientists. We're figuring stuff out, but we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. Unfortunately, this is the reality, is that we are a violent species, and a lot of people will not change for the better. I mean, I've had violent tendencies to piss people off and make them angry, and they've had violent tendencies towards me, arguments, verbal arguments, sometimes physical, back in Texas. But when I see people angry, I'm going to give you an example. I see a person angry, they're flicking me off with the middle finger, and they're driving by me and doing brake checks, and I just ignore it. It just doesn't bother me. Like, for some reason, it's never bothered me. Those kind of angry people, they could be having a bad day. They could have just broken up with the boyfriend. They could have broken up with the girlfriend. Uh, they could have just got divorced. One of their family members may have just passed away. They're going through a hard time. Not everybody is just a dick. What can we do as a human species to make this world a better place? Well, first of all, we have to come together. We have to separate the main reason is religion. I hate saying that. There should either be one religion or no religion. One religion or no religion. I'm sorry to say it. Multiple religions going to cause conflict. One religion or no religion. Multiple religions cause conflict. You can't live in a society where one person is Christian, another person is Muslim, and the beliefs are different. It's going to cause conflict. You can't have one that is Catholic and Mormon. You just can't be together. There has to be one religion or no religion. Second, you have to treat the mentally ill properly, not with abuse and not with violence, because not everybody has perfect genes. And unfortunately, people with mental illness do not have perfect genes. They don't have those professional genes. Some people are missing genes. Some people have a disorder of the genes that causes mental illness, such as schizophrenia and bipolar and depression and anxiety, like I do. I'm obviously fucked up on my genes. Causes me anxiety. I have a gene that causes too much anxiety. A lot of people have genes that cause them anger issues. A lot of people have genes that cause them depression. This could all be fixed if we could get together as one species, come together. We could solve at least 99% of the problems on the earth. Once we can accomplish the 99% of problems on the earth, that's when the human race can become non-violent. When that happens, we will be able to live long lives. No heart attacks, no strokes, nothing medical, no cancer. The human race will have such a high immune system. You live a very long time. You could live 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 years if we have the right motive and technology. You could easily make a human live 500, 600 years. There has to be a way in the future. Most of it comes, first of all, we got to get rid of those nuclear plants. Now, this is very crazy. I know this sounds very crazy, right? But what you could do is, the one way, instead of letting the nuclear powers melt down, one way to get rid of the nuclear power plants, and this is very futuristic, is to take those nuclear power plants, take all the rods that are all full of, waste, put them on a spaceship that will not blow up 20,000 feet in the air, and send them into space and blow them up in space, far away from the Earth. I mean, if it wasn't a monetary issue, we could do that already. Get rid of the nuclear power plants, create alternate forms of energy, which is easy to do. The sun's going to be burning for at least a minimum of 3 billion years. I don't think we're going to run out of the sun too soon. And when the volcano does erupt in Yellowstone, I mean, half the planet's going to be wiped out, unless we created, like, You know, like we created a early warning system for volcano eruptions. You never know. I mean, right now we can't predict it, but I mean, if we all came together, we probably could end up predicting when that volcano is about to erupt, how it erupts, why it erupts, when does it get released. That point, no matter how hot it is, we could create something better. I'm thinking outside the box here. I'm thinking like really futuristically, not crazy thinking. If we could create an early volcano system detection, we could prevent loss of life, and we should have procreating laws where one child per family. Um, that would be a start. That would be a great start, guys. That would be a great start. The population of 7 billion people on this planet, I think that's enough to create enough humans already. I think that's enough humans already. We don't need more than 7 billion people, 8 billion people on this one Earth. It's not big enough. So other than that, one religion or no religion. That's my opinion. Just one religion or no religion. That's the only way to stop it. But once you're built into it, you would literally have to, and I hate to say this, you'd have to reprogram everybody to believe in one thing, and that's it. If everybody believed in that one thing, you separated the genes that cause cancer, stuff like that. If you were able to do that in people who have it and the cancer just goes away and disappears forever, there has to be a way. There's infinite possibilities to keep the human race going beyond that sun exploding or expanding and going away after about 3 or 4 another billion years. I mean, I'll be so far. Not even YouTube would be here. That's how far it's gonna be before explosions of the sun and the expanding of the sun, and this poor planet's gonna get burned. Now, I saw a theory which made me laugh, is we could just pull the planet out of its orbit. I was LOLing at that one. Yeah, let's just pull the planet, man. We could just yank it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we could possibly do that. I mean, it's theoretically possible. I'm pretty sure there is a sort of way to do it. You would have to have a lot of gravity pulling, though. I'm pretty sure we could do something like that 100,000 years from now, if we're still alive. We could probably just pull the whole planet. But moving it away from the sun is going to get really cold. Unless we create artificial heat. That would be interesting. But we could technically do it if we had the right core. Like, if we could create an artificial atmosphere of some sort, we could actually protect ourselves from the vastness of space. That would be interesting to see 200,000, 300,000, 500,000 years from now. If we're still here, which I doubt we will be, because we are not a non-violent species. If we were not a violent species, we would accelerate. We would have cell phones that have like 1 billion processors. We would have televisions, if they're still there, with freaking 70,000K quality. In other words, unprecedented, perfect TV. Everything would be hieroglyphics, like projected type of stuff, and 4K or higher. Projected. Perfect quality. Everything could be just going through your brain. Forget the TVs, everything just goes through your brain. Now that's far thinking, yeah, but it's a possibility in the future where we're already demonstrating some of it. Guys, the only way for the human species are going to survive another 200,000 years is we have to stop the violence on this planet now. We have to look past our differences. And that's not going to happen if governments don't promote it. If the current governments don't promote this kind of thing, promote peace, then the world is just going to get worse and worse. And then someone's going to push a button and it's going to end the humans. And it's going to get to that point because you guys pushed the button. You guys pushed their buttons and now they're pushing the button. That's what's happening. You push their buttons, they're going to push the button. Button pushing is very serious, and it's a very serious disorder. You can get it too. So pushing buttons is not a good thing on this fragile ecosystem. The Earth would recover. Even if we disappeared, I am sure planet Earth would recover pretty fast. It would take a few thousand years, but I'm pretty sure it would recover really nicely. No greenhouse effects as much. The rain would probably come back. It would be nice. If there was 3 billion less humans on Earth, I think the world would be a lot greener. Just in general, the world would be a lot greener. If you took 3 billion people less off the planet, it would be very, very green. It would be very green. Take it down from 7.6 billion people down to about 4.6. That would help a lot. It would drive prices down because for some reason we go on a currency. If we didn't go on currency, I mean, the world would be a better place already. Maybe through a credit system of some sort, but not currency. But then again, that would make it a kind of communist kind of country if you think about it. A world. We need one religion or no religion. That's the only way you can do it. But the debate would be pretty big on which religion it would be. So that would cause chaos. They'd have to make a new religion. One that doesn't involve supernatural beings. That's the only way to make the world a better place, in my opinion. Think about it, guys. Well, this has been the Planet Earth here, and this has been my opinions of the future of the human race. Way after we're all gone, if the human race doesn't get their act together soon, we're going to be the dinosaurs. We'll be in the ground, rotting. So, guys, if I were us, if I was in control of all the humans, what would I do is I would take their violence gene out. If you know what I mean. That's what I would do. If you could somehow play with genes and take out the violence part of it, that would be pretty awesome. Alright, anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been the Planet Earth here.